So this is a tricky sentence to try to understand because what I'm seeing is that there are multiple words that tell me operations. I see difference, times, and quotient. And I know that one of the things I want to try to do is find the main operation. Something else that I can do is think about whether this sentence includes any groups that I know are going to be groups within parentheses. And so I'm going to read it to myself again. The difference of 45 and F times the quotient of D and 3. One of the things that I'm noticing is the word times seems like it's telling me about an action or an operation that might be kind of the main operation. And so I want to notice that this might be a main operation. I'm seeing that at the beginning of the sentence, it says the difference of 45 and F. So that's telling me about an actual amount or not a good color, amount or group. I know that the word difference is a noun, not an action. And so that's a clue to me that this is an actual group. Similarly, it also says the quotient of D and 3. Again, quotient is a noun rather than an action. And so one of the things that is interesting about this sentence is that we have the word times, which is more of a verb or action word. And then we have this phrase about a difference and this phrase about a quotient. That tells me that I think this sentence is actually going to have actually going to be multiplication, and because it says times. And I need to figure out my two groups that I'm multiplying. Well, if I go back to the two nouns, difference and quotient, that's a clue to me that my first group is going to be the difference of 45 and F, which would be 45 minus F. And my second group is actually going to be the quotient of D and 3, D divided by 3. So if I go and I look at the expression that Miss Washburn wrote, 45 minus, and then parentheses, F times D divided by 3, that would be incorrect. What's really tricky is that for a lot of these sentences, you might interpret it in different ways or feel unsure of how to interpret it. What I chose to do in this particular example is look for groups. And one of the ways I looked for groups was notice noun words like difference and quotient. Then I also looked for the main operation by looking for an action word like times. This does not always work, and so the biggest thing to keep in mind is that we want to be flexible when we're interpreting our sentences to make the operation